Hello, everybody. Welcome back, finally, to our collaboration series, WWE x AEW. This is
Truth
episode.
is stranger than fiction.
This is episode 6. We are finally back with this. This database is certainly outdated with all that's going on in the real world. Some craziness going on in the real world.
We had plans to do something outrageous and unprecedented, and then the fucking real Fed did it.
Yes, with all that in mind, Bill will elaborate a little bit. We're not giving away all our trade secrets, but
We're not giving away what we're doing, but this was always going to be a cross promotion thing between WWE and AEW. Like, what if WWE actually played well with others? What would that be like? And then because we had such a long hiatus, there's been major ownership changes in WWE, and they've started playing well with others. So no, we're not ripping off what's actually happening with NXT and TNA, but apparently we were just prescient.
apparently. So if you see any shenanigans afloat where it seems like, oh, that's weird, and some crossover stuff, well, it was the plan from the start, believe it or not. It's been the full gist of the series has been very kept close to our chest, but you'll see. Stay along for the ride, and it should be a good one.
We still have an interesting story that's quite different from what I understand they're doing. Of course, it's the two promotions I don't follow in North America, so I don't know exactly what they're actually doing, but I think ours is still pretty different just because it's been so long. Some of the other ideas we've had have actually, to some extent, happened in reality.
I mean, hell, our rosters are pretty out of date too because of how long it's been. So that's
That's
another
fine. It's
factor.
almost better. It'll remove my temptation to just copy what they're doing on TV.
Yeah. So
Because I don't like doing that when I book, but it's almost unavoidable that you see something you like on TV and it's in the back of your head, even if you're trying to do something different.
yeah, exactly. So we wanted to come on here first before we showed any new shows that we're doing, just to address that.
Yeah, just seemed like it's a potential viewership killer if people are like, oh, these guys are just stealing what they're doing in reality now.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll go and book some shows now. We'll come back. We'll see you guys in a moment. We are back, and it's time to collide on our Saturday night. So I will click start show, and we'll let Bill run us through.
All right, so we open with the formerly traditional interview little promos they do at the start of Collision, back when this was actually a current save as opposed to 8 or 9 months out of date. And we get promos from CM Punk talking shit about Adam Cole, and Adam Cole talking shit about CM Punk. Max is just there being Max. And then we have Jeff Jarrett, who has some rather interesting stuff to say about how the last ride is beginning, which might make sense to the viewers who can remember back whenever we released our last episode, and I got the very depressing news that Jeff Jarrett is retiring in 3 months.
I believe we did reveal that on air. Yes.
We did reveal that because I remember being very upset.
Bill was depressed.
I had plans for Jarrett for like 2 years going forwards. But the fucker, I talked to him and he's like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So hopefully he'll make a good road agent after he's retired because I'm still going to get the rest of his contract out of him.
Yeah, you still have him for like a year and a half, so.
I know, so hopefully he can road agent.
Yeah. I would imagine he can. That would make
I
sense.
can't see him not being good at that.
But yeah.
If he's bad at it, it's because the mod maker doesn't like him, not because he's actually a bad road agent.
Yeah. Obviously a hot segment to start the show here. 66, solid stuff. I'm sure Max had some little jabs against Punk of all people, standing beside Cole, but yeah.
Yeah, Max was just there because he's friends with Adam Cole.
Yeah.
So he's just like backing Adam Cole. But it's Max. He talked his way into a promo and he doesn't even have a match on the show. He didn't even show up at Collision to support his best friend.
It's really funny to go back and see how dated in 2023 all our stuff is, but it's kind of great because we can take it a different direction. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess we'll move on to the next segment.
Yeah, this is where Punk was, or Max was revealing that while he supported Adam, he was off banging rats and couldn't be at the show because I may or may not have forgotten that I was doing that angle when I was booking and didn't put him in with Max. There we go.
Shit.
Anyway, we move on to our first real segment of the night, In Ring, as the show comes live. And we unfortunately have to listen to Kevin Kelly because that's how dated this save is. And we come live to discover CMFTR and the Bucks and Kenny all in the ring together. And they're out there to promote their big 6-man coming up at All In. But of course, with these guys in the ring, it degrades relatively quickly. Insider shots are taken. Accusations are made about the capability of managing targets. Everyone bickers back and forth. It gets ugly, but no one gets physical because they're at least trying to maintain a facade of respecting each other. Except for Punk, who doesn't respect anyone except for FDR.
Yeah, his excuse for keeping up appearances can not have FTR look bad because he's their pals.
Yeah, that's basically it. I can't believe this mod had him looking bad going off script.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. That's kind of crazy.
That makes no sense to me. If there's one thing everyone agrees on Punk, it's that he's a phenomenal talker. He has issues with going too insider and going off script on stuff that really shouldn't be brought up.
But we've discovered that this mod has some weird decisions in it as we're 6 episodes in here, so
yeah.
At least your story.
I guess that's another one that Punk isn't good on the mic.
That also just might be one of those random. It might be one of the game randomization things too. So.
Yeah, that might not be up to the mod maker. It might just be like this guy's a good speaker or not.
Yeah, but we'll move forward. See what's next on this lovely show.
We kick off with what's going to be Jarrett's retirement tour as he gets a match with Ricky Stark, and he wins it. Everyone looks decent. It doesn't mention it, but Jay Lethal's at ringside supporting his friend and tag team partner. Pretty basic match here. Originally, this was booked before I knew Jarrett was retiring and Ricky was going to go over, but I had to change that booking once I knew that it was more important to have Jarrett looking good going into his final angle than to start building Ricky, which is a project I have ongoing for a year or two down the line.
And now we get a fun little almost surprise window at Collision because Ricky has some decent momentum at this time, so...
Yeah, I hope I didn't ruin that too much.
Yeah, Double J makes him submit with the figure 4. So, pretty wild. Didn't even hit him with that stroke.
No, but Jarrett using submissions makes. And after the match, we see a video that was recorded earlier in catering, and Taz is walking along with a tray of food, going to sit down at the table. And Jack Perry gets up in his face and starts talking shit about how he's nothing and his kid's nothing. And they argue back and forth. And Jack gives Taz a shove and Taz falls over between a couple of the tables because, as he likes to point out, he has no knees. And he gets the food spilled all over him and he's like trying to get up and he's all hot. And Jack's just out of reach talking shit, being a cowardly little heel.
He keeps talking about his no knees, but Matt Hardy's still wrestling, so what's up with that?
Taz claims he only has one joint left in like his 4 limbs. Commercial commentary on the AEW shows is always good for some lines.
Well, yeah, we just This brought the show down a little, but it's
I didn't
storytelling.
think it was going to be great, but sometimes you have to do the segments just to advance the storyline. And I can't put Hook in everything because I'm not going to have a better result from that.
That's also true. I guess let's move forward.
I'm still a year away from an actually entertaining Hook storyline. And then we get a nice basic tag team match just to keep things rolling along in the tag team. We have 2.0 taking on the Guns, who, even though they look the same, we were only able to find one picture for them. Guns win this. Oh, you paused the stream.
Oops. Is it back?
Nope, it's still paused.
Come on.
There we go. Guns win this. I'm starting a little mini push with them in 2.0. Let's be honest, they're never really going to be high card guys. They're comedy heels. They're fully into Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic portions of their careers right now. But it's a good way to fill 15 minutes. I think the wrestling's probably a little underrated, but then because of the size of the company, most things come in a little underrated.
Yeah. This is also when people weren't as big on the Guns as they are now, so...
Yeah, people hadn't realized the Guns were good because they hadn't teamed up with Jay White in real life yet.
Yeah.
I think they had just teamed up in reality when I was booking this, and that's why I decided to start pushing them a bit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. But yeah, because they were Collision's hot act at the start.
Yeah, because I wrote these show notes it was like January last time we were recording, so yeah, like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I think it was more like December actually, so even longer, but anyways. Oh, this is good.
And this is happening after because of the nature of the game. This was really at the same time as the Guns match. We'd cut to Don Callis and Chris Jericho sitting in suits at like a nice table with a tablecloth and everything, watching the match on television, and they've got their glasses of the bubbly, and they're Cisco and Eberting it, talking shit about all four guys, making comments and critiques. And Jericho's kind of embarrassed that 2.0 used to hang out with him. But it's just basically them being shitty heels.
Yeah, and of course, like we've commented every time, Don Callis' very updated picture.
And then we get the second half of our Jarrett saga for tonight as Eddie Kingston takes on Jay Lethal with Jeff Jarrett at ringside, also not noting it. And Eddie goes over here. Of course, they have a good match.
Yeah, he wins with the sliding D.
I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds inappropriate.
Sounds like something for a Saturday night for sure, but anyway.
I'm not sure what that is, so I'm headcaning in it as he got him with the reverse back fist that he uses.
That might be what it is. No, that's called the Hurricane or whatever.
Yeah, no, this is some move he was using on the Indies, but he doesn't use in AEW.
It's just the reverse of Naomi's rear end.
Oh, no!
Or whatever that move's called.
I think it's review, but it's the ass to the face anyway.
Using her rear end.
Eddie just goes for like soccer goal celebration, slides dick first directly into Jay's face.
Yeah. And now we've ruined that match, but anyway.
The rating just spontaneously changes to like a 13,
Yeah.
except on certain portions of the internet where it now has an 80.
Yeah. And now we have our match of the night.
It's terrible, but I knew it was going to be terrible because it's going to be terrible until I can get the belt off Hook. But this is my title match for the night. Hook is defending his FTW title against Preston Vance. I only gave them 10 minutes because I knew this was going to suck. And it actually sucked less than I thought it would. But Hook gets a win. I need to kind of keep him strong because he's going to get a... remember if I've officially announced this yet, but he's getting a match with Jungle Boy at All Out in London. And so need to kind of give him some matches going into that.
All in London.
Oh, it's All in London. I always get those two confused. That's what happens when you put two pay-per-views with almost the same name back to back.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the match of the night, of course.
I'm actually happy with that because it's less bad than I thought it was going to be when I booked it.
Hook and Taz are on different sides of the face heel. Oh, Taz must be set as a heel. Whatever. I don't know why Taz is set to be his manager. That doesn't make any sense. We'll have to change that.
Taz was never his manager in the show.
We'll have to change that. Team Taz.
And we didn't put Taz in. Yeah, we didn't. Oh, yeah, I guess Taz was his manager back in Team Taz, but that was way long ago.
Yeah. But one of those fins of the date again with the stub base.
Yeah. And then Roosh comes out and cuts a very angry promo, as Rooshes want to do. He's complaining that he doesn't get any competition.
You know what? This is way better than I thought it'd be. That's good to see.
Roosh is a compelling promo. His English isn't the best, but his facial expressions are so good.
I know he is. I didn't think this game would know he is.
That's true.
I'm actually shocked how well this did, so that's something to keep in mind, I think, for your product.
Yeah, let Roosh talk more. And then Roosh has the match he wanted, where he takes on Rey Fenix. And they just have a good lucha match. Try to steal the show. Largely succeed. I still think my main event's going to be better, but they had a very good match.
I think this is the best rated match so far. So.
Oh, it definitely is. I had a better segment, but
Kevin
that's
Kelly
not really
and
fair
Nigel got
compared.
that 2011 ORH magic going, apparently. But yeah.
Yeah, I might have to get rid of Kevin and put... Yeah, that's about what I expected. They're about the same level on the card.
Rey Fenix was really off his game, too. So. But what were you saying about Kevin Kelly?
I might have to take Kevin off commentary and switch to a more modern commentary team. I didn't enjoy Kevin on Collision's commentary very much.
Yeah.
And given that in real life he managed to piss everyone off for his comments in the background, he'd probably still say that in my save, so... Because he was bitching about not being the star on commentary, not about any one thing that happened, so...
Yeah.
And then we get the main event, which I knew was going to be good, which was a 20-minute match between Adam Cole and CM Punk.
Yeah. I don't know why Adam Cole underperforms in this save every single time, but hopefully...
I know why, because the save was made by a member of the IWC, and the IWC at this time hated Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Remember, this was peak dad bod Adam Cole with, like, no musculature theories.
Yeah.
So, I'm not shocked that they don't like him, but still easily our best match of the night, and about as good a match as I can have with my size.
CM Punk whips out the Anaconda Vice, not the same fin as Eddie whipped out earlier, but... No.
He did have an Anaconda whipped out in that match, too.
But anyway... Wow, Collision became very sus this episode. But anyways, a big win for CM Punk, of course. That's one could classify this as a dream match. And Bill went and put it on a Saturday night for us. So Saturday night's alright for fighting, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see myself having a lot of chance to get this match any other way.
No, you probably don't, to be honest. So this is probably the best.
Because, like, I'm still doing the best friends Adam Cole and MJF storyline at this point, despite my forgetting to book MJF to be at ringside for this match. But,
He found a rat on the way, I don't know, he got distracted, like you said.
Hitch McGee from Horror Island met him in the back, and...
Finn's went off the rails.
I mean, they're dating, so...
He used the slide D. But I can't believe he's still in Eddie's moves like that. But anyway. Oh shit.
He insulted Eddie while he was doing it.
Yeah, we'll finish the show. See what the rating was. There we go. That's solid shit
That's
right
about
there.
what I thought this show would do. I knew I'd have to pop the rating with the main event a bit because I knew I had some stinkers there, but I mean, what are you going to do? Hook's one of your champions.
You had very strong opens and strong finish, so
And that's the trick to gaming a good rating in this game. You can have, as I've learned from my 92 save, you can have garbage in the middle as long as you have good openers and closes. It tends to rate you fairly highly.
yeah.
Which makes sense because that's the stuff people will remember from the show.
And CM Punk is probably your best ratings carrier right now, so that's another note.
Well, he's not angry with me right now, so
We'll give that time, of course, too. But anyways, popularity in 6 regions, great stuff. At this point, we will go ahead and see you guys in moments. We'll come back with Monday Night Raw from my
yeah,
end.
barring any interesting news that needs to be reported on in the interim.
Yes, of course. We'll be back. We are back, and it's time for Monday Night Raw, and we will jump right into this bad boy. So, the show opens with actually an okay segment. I'll take that. I shouldn't have. I knew I shouldn't have had it that long, but oh well. Yeah, 15-minute segment. I went too long with it. Oh well. But Judgment Day opens the show talking about their beat the clock challenge they have to face tonight, which was set up last week by Adam Pearce. Each member of the Judgment Day is going to have a matchup, 15-minute time limit, and whoever wins in the best time will be the number 1 contender to face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship. So they're kind of going back and forth a bit. Each Judgment Day member is saying how they're going to come out on top. You start to wonder if there's a bit of tension here between the crew. But, yeah. Rhea's talking for Dom because Dom's skills aren't good enough in this mod, so, yeah. So the first Beat the Clock challenge matchup sees Finn Balor have his match, and he faces Johnny Gargano, who's been talking about getting back in the tag team division recently, but so far that hasn't happened. But he comes out, hell, he's got a chance at the World Heavyweight title, he's gonna take it. But neither man will get their opportunity as we get a draw here. Apparently, I meant to have this as a time limit draw, but I messed it up and just put draw. So I guess both guys had a double count out here. So a good finish to our first match of the night. But anyways, oh well. So yeah, both Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano have lost their opportunity. So that's one Judgment Day member out of contention here for the title. Up next, Dominic Mysterio against, oh my god, it's Carmelo Hayes from NXT, the NXT World Champion, making his debut on Monday Night Raw. And in a surprise, he pins Dominic Mysterio 12 minutes into the matchup. So, right now, Carmelo Hayes is your number 1 contender going into SummerSlam. The only hope left is for Damian Priest for the Judgment Day, and there's always Damian Priest's opponent that could pull out another shocker. So right now, the NXT World Champion is the number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. In Damian Priest's matchup, he faced former World Champion himself, Kofi Kingston. And I didn't set the winner for this, and now... Okay, well, we're gonna have to call an audible here. But Kofi Kingston beats Damian Priest with a Trouble in Paradise. That wasn't even me being a Kofi mark and doing that on purpose. That was a complete accident.
And this is how Judgment Day accidentally became the comedy heels of your company.
Judgment Day has been absolutely destroyed. None of them are facing Seth Rollins, apparently, so that's cool. That doesn't ruin the story I was telling or anything. Damian Priest blows his opportunity to save Finn's for the Judgment Day, and loses to Kofi Kingston. At least I had Kofi there and not somebody worse. I guess Kofi Kingston is now going to face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship, which, to be fair, does sound awesome, but was not the plan. Believe it or not, if you couldn't tell from my reaction, this wasn't the plan. I guess I forgot to set a winner for this one, and the computer picked for me. Cool. And, let's move on with the show. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, god damn it. Anyways, continuing our women's tag feud, we have a one-on-one tonight between Raquel and Shayna. These two faced off at Money in the Bank. Shayna and Ronda retained. Now tonight, Raquel gets a chance to possibly put her and Liv back in title contention as she faces Shayna Baszler, and she does pick up the victory here. Yeah. Next up, we get not a part-timer Logan Paul actually competing on Monday Night Raw, and he beats Apollo Crews with a frog splash. Last week we saw Logan Paul take it Ricochet. He seems to gain some momentum here on Monday night, and after the matchup, he pulls a shitty promo out of his belt and taunts Ricochet. So, yeah. Taunts Ricochet after attacking him the previous week. Points out how Ricochet helped to cost him the Money in the Bank. He would have had that briefcase before LA Knight had it not been for Ricochet. So, yeah. And we get a nice promo that sapiens a little bit from Drew McIntyre. He tells Gunther he wants him to not feel safe. He stares right into the camera as he's talking, looking like a Scottish psychopath. Gunther better watch his back. He can throw all of Imperium at him if he wants to, but he'll be walking out of SummerSlam with the Intercontinental Championship. And in our main event of the evening, we get Gunther versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental title. Gunther, this didn't do as well as I was hoping, but I guess that's okay. But Gunther wins with a powerbomb on Shinsuke and retains his title once again. And to end our show tonight, continuing off the words that Drew said earlier, in not one, Gunther to feel safe on the road to SummerSlam, Drew does come out, goes to attack Gunther, but Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser jump in and eat the bullet. They eat some Claymore kicks from Drew, as we see a more worried side of Gunther, not as much the badass as normal, the ring general, as one might say, as normal. As he does kind of cower just a little bit. He cowers just enough to be like, whoa, what's going on here? Is Gunther actually scared? But, yeah. So that is the end of Monday Night Raw. Let's look at our rating. That show was all fucked up. We've lost popularity everywhere. Used Dominic Mysterio too much. And this was not a good show for me.
But it was a very funny show.
It sure was a funny show, wasn't it, Bill? Crap.
I enjoyed it.
I'm sure
It's
you
up
did.
there with certain episodes of SmackDown.
Oh, you're an asshole. Well, what a way to end the episode, am I right, guys? Well, we won't end it quite yet in case we get some news in the next screen, but we will pause for a moment and come back.
Sorry, what's that? I'm getting a frantic call from Tony to back out of this deal.
We'll be right back to close the show. Alright, we are back. I'm still in shambles after messing up my whole Raw main event picture, but that's okay. But we are going to end the episode here. I'm glad we got back into this series. Right now, AEW's had better consistency in their shows than WWE for sure. I'm sure that's not an indictment at all on anybody's booking abilities, of course, but...
No, of course not.
But... Anyways, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go contemplate my future as the booker of my future as WWE's booker in this run, and
If it makes you feel better, Jim Cornette will give you Booker of the Year.
Well, yeah, that makes me feel some kind of way. But anyways, we will See you all in the next episode. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share if you like to. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Let us know what your favorite part of the episode was, and I guess why it was me screwing up my whole main event scene, because I'm sure that's what everybody enjoyed from this. At least if you're
It is
listening.
what I enjoyed from
I
this.
know it was. You liked that more than your own show.
Hey, my own show had Hook on it. Of course, I like yours better.
Anyways, we'll see how if I can recover any heat for the Judgment Day going forward. And next time we will have Dynamite and SmackDown, I assume, will be our next
Probably.
episode. So tune in for that. Anyway, guys, we will see you in the next episode. Glad to have you back for this series. And peace out.
Have a good one, everyone.